Alright, let's dive into something that's been making waves lately. A story that's equal parts shocking and fascinating. Imagine this. Fake government agencies, forged documents, and a web of deception that's been operating right under everyone's noses. Sounds like the plot of a thriller, right? But this is real and it's happening in Nigeria. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses Commission, ICPC, has just uncovered 2 more fake agencies linked to a man named Adeniyi Matthew Adeyemi, who's been posing as the Director General of something called the Presidential Foreign Intervention Promotion Council. Personally, I think what makes this really interesting is how brazen the whole scheme was. We're not talking about some small-time scam here. This involved forged appointment letters, illegal takeovers of government offices, and even the creation of entirely fictitious agencies. It's like someone watched Catch Me If You Can and decided to take it to the next level. Now let's break this down. First, the ICPC chairman, Dr. Musa Adamu Aliyu, revealed that Adeyemi was never appointed by the federal government, and the so-called Presidential Foreign Intervention Promotion Council had no legal backing. In my opinion, this raises a deeper question. How did this go unnoticed for so long? I mean, we're talking about government offices, official instruments, and even bank accounts being used for illegal activities. What many people don't realize is that this isn't just about one man's deception. It's a glaring example of systemic vulnerabilities. The fact that Adeyemi could exploit gaps in verification procedures and coordination among government agencies is a red flag. If you take a step back and think about it, this could happen anywhere, not just in Nigeria. It's a wake-up call for governments worldwide to tighten their internal controls. One thing that immediately stands out is the sheer audacity of this scheme. Adeyemi didn't just create one fake agency, he created 3. The FCT Investment Promotion Agency and the Foreign Investment Promotion Agency were also part of this elaborate charade. What this really suggests is that he wasn't just trying to pull off a one-time scam. He was building an entire ecosystem of fraud. A detail I find fascinating is how he even changed the name of his fake organization from the Foreign Investment Promotion Council to the Foreign Intervention Promotion Council, presumably to expand its scope. It's like he was playing a game of corporate identity theft and he was winning until he wasn't. Now let's talk about the collaborators. According to the ICPC report, officials from several high-profile offices were allegedly involved, including the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation and the National Information Technology Development Agency. From my perspective, this is where the story gets even more troubling. If public officials were aiding this operation, it's not just a case of one bad actor. It's a symptom of a much larger problem. Corruption and complicity at this level erode trust in institutions, and that's something no government can afford. Personally, I think this should be a moment for serious introspection and reform, not just in Nigeria but in any system where accountability is lax. What makes this really interesting is the ICPC's response. They've recommended prosecuting Adeyemi, disciplining the officials involved, and implementing reforms to strengthen internal controls. But here's the thing. This is just the interim report. The investigation is still ongoing, and more details are likely to come out. If you take a step back and think about it, this could be the tip of the iceberg. How many other fake agencies are out there? How many other Adeyemis are operating in the shadows? This raises a deeper question about transparency and oversight in government operations. Finally, let's talk about President Tinubu's role in all this. He's been briefed on the findings and has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to transparency and accountability. In my opinion, this is a crucial moment for him to turn words into action. The public will be watching closely to see how this case is handled. If justice is served and reforms are implemented, it could be a turning point. But if it's swept under the rug, it'll just be another example of business as usual. Personally, I'm hoping this is a wake-up call, not just for Nigeria, but for anyone who cares about integrity in governance. So, here's my closing thought. This story isn't just about fraud. It's about the cracks in the system that allowed it to happen. It's a reminder that deception thrives where oversight is weak and accountability is lacking. What do you think? Is this an isolated incident or a sign of a bigger problem? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this analysis interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into stories that matter. Until next time, keep questioning, keep thinking, and stay curious.